I'm Ron Erickson, and this is Project Syncro. Okay, ABF's on the stand now. Thank you, Kyle. That's awesome. Obviously, a lot of cleaning to do there, and we'll make sure this ECU and wiring harness is intact. Quite a big box for an ECU. Sweet bracket. It looks like a fairly standard plug and what have you, but the bracket on here is different, I guess, because it was Mark III. So have to make a new one of those. Siemens, nice. For a Volkswagen enthusiast like myself, this is kind of fun because I would call this engine kind of an in-between year sort of deal where for me this is something that goes in a Mark II and it all looks very very common to a Mark II 16 valve obviously, but you get to see the little updates and the changes that were made, the things they learned from when they put it in the Mark III, obviously something that I have not personally seen. So that's pretty cool. There are a lot of little updates and things that you see on like Mark IIIs and IVs on the VR6s and whatnot that kind of got adapted over here. Like on the wiring harness, you can see there's a nice little plug, round plug to just hook everything up on one side. So if you need to pull the motor, you just disconnect that. You don't have to strip all these wires off. So we're all kind of enjoying all those little discoveries as we uncrate this motor and put it on the stand. And I'm sure I'll happen upon a lot of other stuff that I didn't really realize as we start to clean things up. That is all the wiring you need to run an ABF, which is not a lot. Kyle and I were just talking before, it's not uncommon for an entire chassis harness for a car to weigh 30, 40, 50 pounds, depends how new the car is. You've got a lot of stuff in there. When I was shipped a full, and this is engine, and granted this is for an 8 valve or something, full engine and chassis harness. Every piece of wire you're going to find in a Mark II, and this is the CE1 for the Mark II nerds out there, the whole thing weighed 23, 26 pounds or something like that. I mean, shipped. That was the weight from UPS on the box. I was just blown away. So I'll be shaving a couple things out here and there. Obviously I'll be taking out all the 8-valve, the CIS injection stuff and replacing it with this, so and there'll be other wiring that needs to go in, but it's really nice to know that, you know, a car this old, there's not a lot of extra stuff in there, so that's exciting. I'm not going to pull all of this out of here, but it's good to see that it's in good shape. So here's the magic little plug that goes into the side of the engine to run everything. So that's, or maybe it's this one over here. Anyway, they use these super slick plugs. I think this is it because there's some trash in it.
One's a fan. One's a fan harness, the other one's the engine.
Yeah, and the fan controller's in here, which I'll probably be doing my own fan controller situation. That I have a really nifty solution for that. So we'll have a video for that at some point, obviously. But yeah.